new product design, right? So first of all, I would like to start with some examples of what type of questions are asked. So generally questions can be very vague or can be very directed also. So for example, design a product for drivers who are driving during rush hour. Okay, it is still having some kind of scope defined, right? However, design a product for a user who is moving to a new city. It is comparatively more vague, or a less scope definition has been done by the interviewer while giving this question, right? So the new product design question can be of either of the two types. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So first, let's try to identify what interviewer is looking within for us, looking to us when they are asking this type of question. Okay. So the first thing is interviewer is looking or checking if we are following a right structure or not. Okay. Are we not directly jumping to the problem? Are we directly jumping to the solution, or we first identify the pain points and then solve for those pain points? Okay. Then the second thing is, are we able to break down the problem into smaller pieces by identifying the pain points of those users again? Okay. Are we able to empathize with the user, as in are we able to understand who are the users who for whom we are solving for, and are we able to define them well, are we able to define their goals and pain points well? Okay. Now, the next thing is prioritization. Now, you can have many pain points for a user, and similarly, many solutions you might come up for a pain point. Now, how do you prioritize among those? Is again a skill set which a good product manager should have and is judged during an interview. Okay. For the product which you are making something, what are the metrics you would want to track to see if the product is successful or not? Yeah. And as I was saying, many times the problem statement can be ambiguous. How can you turn that ambiguity into specifics while by asking the right set of questions to basically scope the question, scope out the question. And lastly, how can you show the creativity while you are coming up with the creative solutions of the pain points which you have identified? Okay. Any questions here?
Nope.
No, it works.
Okay. Now, next, what we'll do is we'll collectively work on creating a framework to solve a new product design question. Okay. We'll not solve for any specific question. We'll sort of generically for a product design question. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can start. What should be the first thing we should cover whenever we are thrown a product design question?
So first, we should start by breaking down the like problem statement which the interviewer gave us.
Okay. I'll give some space in between. Yeah, breaking the problem statement. Okay.
And ask
The
any
second,
questions, clarifying questions to confirm our understanding or assumptions.
And questions to clarify assumptions. Okay.
find out who are the users
Users
we are
related to the
solving for.
product.
Identify users. Okay.
The main problem like they are having or why are doing this.
Okay. So basically pain points of the user, right?
Pain points.
Okay.
And how do we solve those pain points?
Okay.
And anything other than like demography, where is the user, like what they are doing in that particular scenario, and things like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. You mean some kind of persona making for the user?
Yes, yes.
And
Okay.
do we also make assumptions which might not be specified in the question?
We can make and we can cover them during the clarifying questions.
Okay.
And once we ask all the questions, and then once we have sufficient understanding,
Mhm.
define the clear problem statement before we get down into the solutions.
Got it. I'll put it after the pain points. Okay.
Define the user journey.
Okay.
The user journey should come before knowing the pain points or after it?
Actually, it should come before knowing the pain
Before,
point.
okay,
Yeah.
yes. But I think that's how we got to understand the pain points at different
At
points. Yes.
different points of the user journey.
Hmm.
Okay.
Let's go. Points.
And then product
So,
features probably.
Identify top pain points that we are solving for.
great. So we
Like
need to
prioritize.
prioritize the pain points first before jumping into the solution.
Or what we can do, we can have a look at competitors, what they are doing.
So during the interview, it might not be possible for you to do that.
Hmm.
In real life, you do.
Okay, okay.
Jayant, I had a question.
Yeah.
I have heard about a framework called as job to be done.
Huh.
So, is it applicable in, let's say, if we ourselves come up with this framework, then where do we put it actually? Is it after identifying the goal as it is?
Uh,
That's my question. Or can
yeah,
we make it part of our structure?
yeah, it will come. Basically, whatever you do to solve those pain points is the same framework. Job to be done.
Got it.
Yeah. So you know what are the pain points, what user wants to achieve. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, and then what you create features on how to make the user achieve that particular goal or solve that pain point.
understood. Got it.
Now we can start like ideating possible solution for possible pain points.
Yeah. I'll keep it with how to solve only.
Okay. And again, we have to prioritize which solutions to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Then, by choosing a particular solution, we will lay down the detailed user flow, how the user will flow during the particular solution.
Got it.
And probably then the wireframing UI screens. Yes.
Yeah, that is fine.
And benefit for the user through this new flow.
Mm-hmm. And one last thing is defining the success metric.
Yeah.
One more thing which we should do is while we are just before identifying the users, we should ask the goal of we solving this pain point. So as let's say take an example of let's say if Google is trying to solve for this problem statement,
Hmm.
why there would be some goal of Google to solve this problem statement, right? Maybe one of the goal could be to increase the engagement. Yeah, increase the engagement on Google Maps. Yeah, so we need to define that goal. Yeah. Okay, I'll just do one thing. I'll put them here. Yep. So we
And
have
normally, how much time do we have to like answer this question?
generally it depends. So many times interview happens for 1 hour. Okay, and during that 1 hour, many times interviewer has in mind that he'll ask two questions, and many times he has in mind that he'll ask only one question. If it is like that, he'll ask one question. He'll give you enough time of around 45 minutes to solve this. Okay. However, if it's like he'll ask two or more questions, then maybe 15 to 30 minutes.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what we'll do is, since we have our framework in place, we'll directly jump to a problem statement which we want to solve for today. Okay. Now, consider that you are a product manager at Microsoft. Okay. And your leadership has asked that, yeah, we want to jump into the financial product segment, which we haven't done yet. And we want to design a new product in the financial segment for our users. Okay. Now, again, it's a very vague problem statement, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Now, how will you start? Let's start solving this question.
So I think we can start by like asking what is the financial product you are talking about.
Okay. So, what is the financial? To this, let's say I give an answer that we haven't
Hmm.
decided yet. You or let's define it maybe. Um, let's say um, we want to start with insurance. Okay, life insurance. Okay,
And why is that?
yeah. So you are basically asking for goal.
Goals, yes.
Yeah, uh, we want to have some kind of loyalty. By loyalty, I mean increase retention of our users.
So in
Whom
this
are
case,
we solving this for, Jay?
So
Any specific segmentation we're looking at?
no, at the time we haven't thought of any segmentation. You can define as user segmentation.
so can we also ask like many companies are doing this, why we are doing this also?
So, why we are doing this? Because we have seen that there has been a high churn once the users are moving. So basically, there has been a high churn in the products of Microsoft. So that's the reason why we are planning to do it to increase the retention of our users. Also, we have seen that many companies, when they are doing it, it has been a profitable product for them. Okay, so we also want to take a share of that profit. Also,
What does churn means?
churn means people are leaving after some
Okay,
time.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And being Microsoft, we already have a very good brand image which people trust, right? And life insurance is a place where trust is trust is a value uh, which is seeked, right? So that's the other reason we want to do.
So are we going to create a separate platform for this, or we are going to integrate into some existing platform?
Let's say we'll create a separate platform.
I want to understand the life insurance since Microsoft is a technology product and I know they are first time they're getting into the financial segment. And I think you're also given the reason like why you want to increase the retention as well. I'm still trying to connect the dots like how the life insurance is connecting to the overall business strategy or vision of the organization before we get purely into that. So we want to understand how this is getting cascaded from the overall organization level to the new domain and to a new product as well. So we want to have more clarity on that.
Got it. So we'll start a new department. Okay, we'll start a new department for insurance, and we will tie up with some insurance providers like LIC or other providers, right? And basically, what we are trying to do is we are trying to reduce the friction and for for users on board in insurance, on board for insurance. and improve transparency during the insurance period. Okay, does that answer the question?
Yes, yes.
So is it the similar life insurance product that other companies have, or do we have something different to offer?
No, it's similar.
Similar.
Just that we can, when we are building our separate platform, we can keep
Hmm.
in mind that we take care of reducing the friction to onboard and increasing transparency when during insurance period.
Okay. Now, Jen,
Uh,
I have a question like we already know how the user journey looks like in insurance
Hmm.
products of other companies. So can we ask here also to define the user journey?
We can, but before that, do you first want to define user segments?
Yes, yes, works. User segment, most probably older than 20s, maybe the people who started earning.
Basically, fresh graduates.
Fresh graduates, yes.
Okay. What can be other segments?
Like we can just break it down by age, I think. I think
Okay.
normally insurance companies do that only.
Okay. So how do you want to break it?
I mean, 18 to 25, something like that,
Matlab,
which are
what is
like,
the reason of breaking in that? So
yeah,
the way
which is
we are
like
doing,
early careers.
yeah, that matlab, why is that more better way than doing fresh graduates and that way? Is what the question
Okay.
and interviewer might ask. Okay.
So,
Huh.
okay. So when I was trying to buy an insurance, like I could see that when I was playing around with the financial tool, it actually the insurance uh, due increases as your age increases.
Hmm.
So if you put in like 60, it's way higher than what it would be for like an 18-year-old. So like
Hmm.
18 to 25 would be like an early career, and then 26 to like 40 would be mid career. After
Okay.
that
Let
is
me
like
18 to how much you said?
25,
25. The second is 26 to
26 to 40,
okay, and 41 and above then,
40,
right? Sorry. Yeah, go
40
on.
to
Go on.
60, and then 60 above. Like again, 60 above, there are some benefits because like you've retired and like you're a senior citizen. So
Now you want to decide which of these four segments you want to target for your customer base. Yeah.
do we further have to like sub-segment also after we like, or can we just say that we want to target all four of them but like in different ways?
Yeah, in the interview, na, it's better to choose only one because each of these will have different pain points and different goals. Yeah.
Okay.
And I understand during the actual, when you will do the actual product management work, you will define for all and you will say that this product is better for, let's say, user segment one, this product is better for user segment two, that ways. Yeah. But while you are doing an interview, it's better to prioritize one of these user segments.
Got it.
Okay.
Just one last follow-up on this, sorry. So if I take one particular user group, like at least according to me, I don't think like I'll be able to fill up the 45 minutes that you said that they might ask this question for. So
Mm-hmm.
will that be an issue? Like once I take up only one segment, I finish it in like 15. Should I come to the other one or?
No, no, no. See, generally, interview will happen as a to and fro conversation between you and the interviewer.
Mhm.
Okay. So, generally, it takes time. Don't worry about that. And one user segment is enough.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sorry, someone else was also saying something.
So, like, what reason can we give that why we are choosing a particular segment?
That is the reason which you will have to define. Now, think about it, how you can define. individual for among these four user groups?
So, Jayant, I was thinking of if I would have to answer, I would go ahead with the first segment
Mm-hmm.
where I would include the aspect of financial literacy
Mm-hmm.
being a pain point that my probable solution would also look for.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas people have just graduated or are into their early careers and they do not have that much particular financial awareness and knowledge.
Okay. Okay. Any other reasons?
I'll pick the middle age segment, like where a man is starting earning, or they might have married, they have children, they have parents. So like they are more used to buying the insurance for themselves as their families. So like 25 to 40 to 45 would be a ideal
Got,
segment.
Yeah. And there is no learning curve for them. Like for the first segment, we have to teach them that insurance is necessary.
got it.
And for that segment, yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, sorry.
No. I was just confused.
Okay. Acha, one important factor which we are missing, actually two important factors which we are missing. Okay. We are saying that we are Microsoft. Okay. And and we want to increase the retention of Microsoft users. Okay. We can think of where are the maximum Microsoft users and which users can also help in increasing retention. Where which set of users are highly likely to churn, and can we stop them from churning through through life insurance? Getting my point?
So we have to like relate some other Microsoft product with.
What I'm saying is we need to, whenever we are following a process, na, it should not be that first part of the process and the second part of the process are not related to each other. Okay. They should talk to each other.
Mhm.
Okay. So when we said our goal is to increase the retention, okay, of the users. However, when we are discussing which user segment to cover, we are not even talking of our goal.
Got it. So how
I
would
see
we
a
like
problem
merge
here.
it?
Yeah, I see a problem here. The thing is that overall, I may be going back to our initial problem statement where we are trying to say that we are entering the financial domain and we are saying increasing the retention of the users. How exactly those getting into a new business is helping the retention of the users actually?
Yeah, great question. See, so now we can say that once see, Microsoft is a very important tool which has been used by let's say people while they are in school, they are in colleges, right? When they move to their job, these people are adopting the tools which their respective firms are providing them, right? For example, many firms provide a Google Suite instead of Microsoft products, right? Similarly, there would be other firms which are providing different type of tools. Okay, so that is one of the that can be one of the main area of churn, which we could say that users who are going in this age group, they are basically churning a lot.
So are we saying that wherever we are giving these Microsoft products like Office subscription or Teams and something,
Mhm.
in addition to the products, we also provide insurance for those who subscribe to our
Not,
products?
not provide insurance. We can give them as an opt-in option,
Additional option, add-on kind of thing.
add-on option. Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a kind of linkage between the problem statement and the second part of the user segments. I
Mm-hmm.
think that we might need to clearly call it out.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, how can you introduce that in prioritizing the user segment now?
I think we will go with the first segment itself then. That is where the shift from college happens when people start their early careers. Again, as you mentioned, there could be introduction of any other services apart from Microsoft, which might be resulting into churn.
Got it. Okay, let's highlight this particular user group. Okay, what should be the next step?
User journey.
Okay, user journey. Yeah.
So first we can start with like this particular user segment uses this particular Microsoft product.
Sorry, your voice was not clear for me. Can you repeat?
So we can start with this
Uh,
user segment uses this type of Microsoft products.
okay.
Then
Mm-hmm.
they gets graduated, and then they starts their office, gets on some other like Google, Slack, or maybe anything else.
Okay.
And like this is the main point where we can identify the problems or ways to introduce our solution,
Mm-hmm.
maybe from the like individual perspective or the business perspective, like the organization can introduce this.
Okay. Do you want try to identify what could be the pain points for this user in terms of in life insurance?
Okay,
Like not enough money would be one pain point.
Okay.
not enough
Not
knowledge.
knowing the importance of,
Hmm.
yeah.
Lack of knowledge,
Platforms to buy life insurance.
lack of um, unaware of platforms to buy life insurance, or should I keep unaware of right platforms to buy life
Hmm.
insurance? Yeah,
Confused between a lot of options out there in the market.
great.
And yeah, benefits of what exactly are the benefits of buying a life insurance early on in their,
That will be lack of knowledge.
okay. Mm,
Could be some after service after the policy has been purchased. Those who are
Again, lack
like
of knowledge.
25 plus. The service related issues they might have it in the past, right?
Sorry, I didn't get this point. Can you repeat?
Just in case the age group within 25, 26 to 40, right? So those people who have already taken the insurance, then they must be having certain issues.
Mhm.
When they raise the claim, it did not process.
Okay,
So
let's
user satisfaction.
get back to one point. Once we have chosen, as I was saying now, each segment should talk to each other, right? Each part of our process should talk to each other. Once we have already prioritized that we will solve for 18 to 25, let's try not to deviate to other user segments.
Okay, got it. Maybe I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, we have four problem statements here. Now let's say we want to prioritize only one among these four problem statements. Okay, can you define some criteria which we can use to prioritize them?
what do you mean by criteria in this case?
Okay, I'll give you example of one of the criteria. Okay, one of the criteria can be impact here. By impact, I mean key how important is this pain point for the user. If we solve this pain point, how much impact will we create for that user?
Okay.
Or
I
how
think
important is that pain point for the user? In
got it.
simple language.
If we have like a student plan or something which is much
Let's
reduced
let's
cost
not go to
compared.
the solution. It's a very bad decision to go to the solution at this point.
Uh,
So, Jen, can we give it a scale for the
Huh,
impact
we can
as
give
well?
it a yeah, 1 to 5. Or we can keep it high, medium, low. I generally prefer keeping it high, medium, low during the interviews. And if required, we can have one more criteria if there is something in our mind. Like for example, one criteria I try to keep uh, is it in alignment with the goal? ठीक है मतलब how much impact can importance for this is importance for user, yeah, and the another criteria is importance for our goal,
Business.
for business, yeah.
and do you like in these interviews, like, can we actually ask them if we can like do it on like sheets or something, or is it just
So
like,
generally, when you are doing face to face, now,
mm,
you do it on piece of paper, okay? And when we are doing virtually, I do share my screen with the Google Sheet.
okay, so you just ask them and just share it, right?
Yeah. So basically, I asked him, ki, can I share my screen? And then I start sharing. Yeah, that's correct.
Got it.
Yep. Can you put high, medium, low for each?
So I think
This,
For
not
use,
having,
it
yeah,
would be hard, I think.
Sorry, one at a time. My bad.
yeah, section, go ahead. Sorry.
So not enough money would be high impact for the user.
Okay. How about business?
low,
Low
or
impact,
medium
I
actually.
guess.
Also give a rationale.
I mean, you will be getting lesser money, but a lot of more students will be like buying insurance, so like it'll be better for, it'll be more
Got
quantity, less money though
got it.
per person. Yeah,
Yeah. Whenever you say high, medium, low, it's better to give a rationale alongside. Okay.
got it.
Lack of knowledge
I think again high.
High.
and for business
High.
reason.
This is the point we can like encourage the users to buy life insurance.
Great. Unaware of right platforms to buy insurance.
I think
Similarly, high importance for
medium or
users.
low.
I think it can be medium because he may not be having the direct tongue. We can research as well if needed the user.
Exactly. Also, he can discuss with parents, relatives
Yeah,
for business
Very high,
reason.
because we want them to reach us and like be
Hmm.
aware of Microsoft as a s- insurance provider.
Okay. Confused between a lot of options.
I think this can again be medium as well.
yeah.
Right. And this.
Can
Like,
be medium, I think.
Okay. Now what we are saying is, this problem is the main problem. The first problem we should solve is this problem, right? Then second is this problem where we are saying that importance for user is high, but we can have some kind of tiebreaker between first and third depending on discussions with the interviewer. Okay, and the last one is this. Okay,
got it.
yeah. So during the interview, let's pick up the main user problem only that we want to. When a user is graduating, when a student is graduating from a college or a university, uh, at that time, we as Microsoft, want to pitch him and provide him the fulfill his lack of knowledge in terms of life insurance. Yeah, that's the definition of the final problem which we are keeping. Right?
Yep, got it.
Yeah. Now, what should we do next?
Like, how do we build, how, like, strategy to build knowledge among this age group?
Yeah. So basically, we'll think of couple of solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking partnership with colleges and institutes which anyway buy the Microsoft suite package for like an enterprise Microsoft package.
Got it.
So there we can basically promote it to different students using pop-up notifications or like informational sessions, something like that.
So one important thing you can mention here is that Microsoft as a company has a lot of data of the user already. So they would know that which users are graduating this year, which users will be graduated next year, right? So
Uh-huh.
you can plan having those kind of campaigns when they're partnering with these colleges.
Got it. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's think of three, four more solutions and then we'll try to prioritize the solution. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the date thing which you said, like graduation date could be a day, like that week could be like a offer week where like they'll probably be transitioning into a job or something. So like we have offers on our existing insurance policies.
Okay, you are saying, but we are not solving for lack of knowledge
Okay,
for
yeah,
that. We are solving for onboarding then. Yeah.
fair.
So I wanted to propose a platform where we also give information about what we have. Uh,
What do you mean by what we have? Acha,
what we have as in the offering.
got it.
In this case, it's insurance.
Okay. One, sorry to break the flow. One important thing I would like to highlight is that, see, many times it will happen that you will think that if we are solving for sorry, yaar, I have a throat. I just got a throat infection yesterday.
That's
So
fine. That's
yeah,
fine. Take care.
basically, I was saying that many times you will start while solving, you will start feeling that if you are solving for some kind of platform where we are promoting the offerings, it is also the right place to at the right time to also solve for how to onboard the users to those offerings, right? And we go in that flow. Okay. So the con of that is that we many a times try to we not try but we unintentionally deviate from our main problem statement, which is lack of knowledge. Okay. So we can scope that thing. We could say that, let's say, for example, if we choose that we will only solve, we'll pick up this solution first, that we'll create a platform where we will promote our offerings. Then in that, while drawing the wireframe or detailing the solution, we can just put saying we'll just have a contact us button where the users will be redirected to our customer support team who will take the step forward until we solve for the remaining problem statements. Yeah. Were you guys able to understand my point?
Yeah, so it might lead to deviation from solving, right? For
Right.
example, what we are solving and then where did we go across?
Right.
Got it.
Right.
So sorry, what to do in that case? I actually
Uh,
didn't.
let's try to have a constraint that we solve for that problem statement only. Let's not deviate much. For
Okay,
example, one of the options here would be just put a button which says ki, contact our customer support to sign up for the life insurance, and clicking on that will redirect to either an email or some call option, something like that. Yeah.
got it.
or maybe a Google form which or a Microsoft form which will basically capture the interest of the user. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Go on, please. Let's think of two, three more creative solutions. Here again, we are testing the creativity when it comes to the solution, right?
I think like a pop ad when you open any of the Microsoft solutions.
I think that will go with the partnership with
Okay.
colleges.
So here we can think of like any solution, or should it be confined to like digital ones where we
We
can
can
embed
think
it
of any solution.
any solution.
Yeah, let's not confine to a digital world. Let's never confine to only digital world until and unless interviewer asks you to. Yeah.
Okay. So like we can also introduce workshops to like different colleges of the country.
Hmm. Okay. Let's think of one more solution, then we'll go towards prioritization of the solutions.
Like running ad campaigns throughout, if not like
Go on, go on.
yes. So the
So,
reach will be a lot more through that ad campaigns.
so
And
again, the point here is you will run an ad campaign, but for what? You run a campaign for something, right? You will run an ad campaign for one of these three things, whichever you choose.
I mean, I was thinking since like LinkedIn is already bought by Microsoft, like they
Uh-huh.
anyway have like so much information about
Right.
students. Yeah, that could be a platform that we leverage.
Great. Just give me one second.
Yeah.
Now, this is a good solution which matlab, can be considered as a creative solution, right?
Mm.
Utilize LinkedIn to promote offerings. Yeah, let's stick with these four for now. Okay. Now, again, we will try to have some parameters to prioritize these solutions. Okay. Generally, I go with impact and effort. Impact for the user and how much effort it will take us to build that particular solution. And again, high, medium, low.
But do we ever get into costs for costs in this interview?
Effort will consider cost and time.
Okay,
Yeah. And during the thing is that during the interview, na, won't you might not go into the calculations to those details, right? You can just simply say that yeah, it will require a lot of cost and it will also require a lot of operational time to be spent to get this thing executed. Yeah. So impact. So the effort will be high. That is.
got it. Hmm.
Yeah. Let's start with the first one. How would you rate it in terms of impact?
Same scale, right?
Yeah. High, medium, low.
High for me.
Along with that, please give a rationale.
Yeah, I mean, um, like since these
everyone
Microsoft
likes everything
suits are
to be
quite
used.
costly.
Sorry, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead, section.
So that would be high as most of the students are using those offerings by colleges.
Okay, so basically what we are saying is कि people are already out there,
Mm.
so pitching them at the right places might provide a higher impact, right?
Mm.
Yep,
Okay.
correct.
How about effort?
Effort.
Medium.
I mean, since we already have partnerships with them, it won't be a lot of effort.
Yeah. So should I keep it medium or low? How do you define that?
I would keep it low if there is a partnership in place, and medium if we need to build partnerships.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay. Uh, the next one, platform with promotes offerings.
I think the impact would be medium.
Hmm? Reason?
The reason here is we would always be redirecting our users to this platform. So in that case, I'm not sure about how many people would actually come to our platform or contact with our support team,
Great,
since it's directly not accessible to them.
great,
Effort again medium, because not low because it's not already in place, but not that high end.
great. Workshops across colleges of the country.
Very impactful, but a lot of effort, a lot of
Exactly.
manpower.
Yeah. And utilize LinkedIn to promote offerings.
This will
High impact.
be high impact,
Hmm.
medium effort.
Why
Low effort.
why low, any rationale? See, one important thing is key. There is no right answer for this. Okay, it all depends on how strong rationale you can give.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the effort, according to me, would be medium. For like, it's not high because like LinkedIn is literally a subsidiary of Microsoft. So like that, like we don't have a lot of efforts in placing the legalities, etc. But it is not low because running an effective ad campaign like takes a lot of data scientists and a lot of data analysts on the back end. So it's not the easiest thing to execute. So that's why medium.
Okay. ठीक है. So here we are saying that the first solution is something which we can prioritize. If the first thing we can plan for, because the impact is high and the effort is lowest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when we are saying partnership with colleges which buy enterprise packages, right? Now we can double click on the solution. Okay. Detail the solution. Now, when we say we want to detail the solution, what are the features? Let's just define two, three features which we want to have, or two, three interactions which we would want the users to have for the solution, and then we can go to the success metrics.
So one is like a promotional offer when this are going to sign up for the first time.
Okay. Now, see, we are solving for lack of knowledge. We are not solving for onboarding again, right?
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say user is using MS Word. At that time, we can have we can have some kind of informational pop-up at the right places, and simultaneously you can just draw a paper pencil wireframe to make the interviewer understand that what you mean to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you think of something else? Like one other thing could be when a uh, user is opening Microsoft MS 365 homepage. At that time, we have a informational banner of our new informational banner of our new offering. Yeah,
And we can also do like email marketing where we say that, oh, Microsoft is coming out with new student friendly insurance plans or something like that.
exactly. Okay. Likewise, we can create some features for this particular solution. Okay. If we have time, we can prioritize among these also using impact and effort. Else, listing down is also good enough.
Okay.
Now, let's lastly define the success metric which we want to track. Why we define a success metric? Because after launch, we would like to see that if whatever we wanted to achieve, are we able to achieve that? So, success metric is a anchor which helps us in seeing that if that is happening or not.
Got it. So success metric is for like the last breakdown of solutions, or where, like, which part do we give success metrics to?
Great question. So better if you give for this, okay, and also for the goal.
Okay.
So for example, one could be retention of uh, retention rate of target of let's keep it simple only for now, targeted user base. Okay, so this is a success metric that we say that these users are retaining with for a longer period of time. Okay.
How many users are converting? Like how many are seeing the ads and how many are buying the plan?
Okay. Again, one point here is if we are talking about conversion, we are again going towards the pain point of onboarding. So maybe we can uh, keep the success metric, uh, the number of onboarding queries received weekly, something
Okay.
like that. But are you guys able to understand my point?
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. So basically, all the components or all the sections of our solution should talk to each other. That's the main thing. Yeah.
Got it. And like,
Else,
uh, do
no.
we self-justify before we get asked why do you think this is this, or like what approach do you recommend?
Better to self-justify.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we generally solve a product design question. Uh, any questions, guys?
Mm,
Jayant, I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, how exactly is the role of system designs in terms of product design question? For
Okay.
example, tech level designs is something that if the interviewer asks, and if someone from a non-tech background is approaching, right,
Hmm.
then how should one approach that question?
Okay, so generally for the entry level roles, system design questions are rarely asked. Okay, that's one thing. Okay, second, if let's say these are asked, let's say we said that we want to interview says that yeah, ठीक है, I want to understand how will you how a high level system technical design of this solution, this feature. Okay, so in that case, what you can do is you can break the feature. Okay. So for example, uh, first you will need to know that uh, which user has opened MS Word. है ना? Implement this, what all things you will get to know. You should know. Yeah. So also for product managers, high level system design is good. You don't need to go to the low level designs. Okay. So first you would want to know that which users are have opened the which user has opened the MS Word. Okay. Second, you would want to know, have we already pitched this user? If yes, how many times? है ना? It might be that we don't want to pitch a user more than 5 times. Yeah.
Got it. Maybe on which version again we have pitched.
Something like that. Or has a user clicked submitted the query? When was the last time we pitched? Okay. Now let's say that we have these 5 things only. Okay. Now in our system design, we will say that yeah, I'll require one service which will tell me if which users has opened MS Word. Okay, it will give me a list of users who have currently opened MS Word. List of users who have opened MS Word in last, let's say 5 minutes. Okay, or let's say last 2 minutes. uh, let's keep it 1 minute. Okay, because it might happen that people drop off also, right? Then the second service would be, uh, so this service might be, sorry, I should have mentioned this also, this service might be from MS Word side itself, right? The second service we might have to build from our platform side, which will tell uh, has which will tell all the other questions, basically. Yeah.
Got it, Zen. Yeah.
Yeah, and then these there will be some custom rules within this. So this service will give us an input to platform service. MS Word service will give input to the platform service, and we will have a rule within this. And from there, we will again interact with the MS Word service to power the nudge. Yeah,
Got it. So this becomes high level, right?
high level. Yeah. So generally, what I do in on a piece of paper, draw boxes for each of these.
Understood. Yeah.